What's up, family? My name is Trail, and today we have more states offering some new stimulus checks, and we have more states offering some of those gas vouchers. Some of these new stimulus checks that was just announced will actually benefit our seniors, which is very good, as well as businesses during these economic times. We have seen a consistent calling for more stimulus checks from state lawmakers and people in Congress, as so many Americans are struggling more today than they were during the pandemic. With inflation on a steady rise and gas prices spiking over the last 4 weeks, it is time for more states to step up and offer its residents some stimulus relief aid until the United States can have a major turnaround amidst all of the turmoil that we have seen in 2022. But as a quick reminder, guys, hey, on this channel, we cover everything from what's going on around the world with the stock market, with the war in Ukraine, as well as multiple daily news stories around the world. So if you're interested in any of these topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking today's video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Okay, guys, I wanted to remind you about the free $100 that you can get within a couple of weeks. Chime Bank is offering new customers free $100 if you sign up using a referral code, as well as setting up a direct deposit from your employer. Once you reach a total of $200 being direct deposited into your Chime Bank account, you will immediately get an additional $100 deposited. I actually did this recently just to verify that everything was legit, and I actually received the money the same time that I met the $200 threshold. So if you have income and you want to receive this free $100, go ahead and sign up today using the link down below, guys, and then go ahead and share your link with your family and friends so that they can benefit as well. If you have any questions, hey, don't hesitate to ask them down below in the comment section. Crude oil ended up jumping about 7% on this past Monday because there was a petition going for Europe to go ahead and provide a Russian ban on its oil. Yes, it says that oil prices soared more than 7% on Monday, while global benchmarks Brent crude climbing above $115 per barrel as the European Union nations considered joining the United States in a Russian oil embargo, and after a weekend attack on Saudi's oil facilities. So guys, hey, these gas price increases, it just doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon, which is some good news that we have some states even offering gas vouchers, but we'll talk about that later in this video. In addition to that, guys, hey, we had two very prominent individuals, Jen Psaki and Hillary Clinton, were both tested over the last 24 hours positive for COVID-19. Now, this comes on the heels as President Biden was headed over to Europe to discuss this particular war in Ukraine. But yes, those two individuals were tested positive for COVID-19. Now, Biden, like I said, was on his way traveling to Europe, which he should be there by now. But anyway, he is headed towards Europe to go ahead and announce some additional Russian sanctions during his Europe trip. Now, it says that President Biden intends to announce a new Russia sanctions package during his visit to Europe this week, including some measures to crack down on sanctions evasion, White House National Secretary Advisor Jake Sullivan said in a press conference. Now, the Ukrainian President Zelensky has pleaded with the West to impose new sanctions every week until Russian military machines stop blowing them up. But Biden will travel to Brussels on Wednesday for emergency meetings with the leaders of NATO, the G7, and the European Union before headed on over to Warsaw to meet with the president of Poland and experts involved in the humanitarian efforts. Now, Sullivan said that President Biden will coordinate with allies to announce some actions on the three main fronts of the West's response to Russia's invasion, providing Ukraine with some additional military aid, imposing and tightening sanctions on Russia, and fortifying NATO's eastern flank. And Biden will also announce joint action on enhancing European energy security and additional U.S. contributions to a coordinated humanitarian response to the invasion on Ukraine. So yes, guys, that could be coming down sometime today, as it is Wednesday, and we will see exactly these particular new sanctions that President Biden is placing on Russia. Now, we don't know exactly whether these particular new sanctions is going to actually get Vladimir Putin to stop sending these missiles onto the Ukraine forces, but we will soon find out, guys. But if we go by history, these particular sanctions that have been issued over the last 2 weeks have done nothing to stop President Vladimir Putin as far as this invasion on Ukraine. But we will find out more information later on today, guys. Moving on. Preckwinkle announces a new guaranteed income pilot program for the suburban area Cook County residents. Now, this program will be funded by $42 million in federal COVID-19 relief funds. Chicago is implementing a similar program with $31.5 million in funding as well. Now, it says that thousands of financially struggling residents across the suburbs will be able to apply to take part in a guaranteed income pilot program that will be funded by $42 million. And we heard from one of the board members in which he stated that I find it quite sensible to give people what they need most when they're living in poverty, which is money. Cook County Board President Tony Preckwinkle said Wednesday during an address to the City Club of Chicago. She said, Cook County's Guaranteed Income Program is the largest of its kind in the country. This particular program is in its early stages of planning, and details such as eligibility requirements, payment amounts, how many participants it could accommodate, and for how long haven't been decided yet. A spokesperson for Preckwinkle said Thursday that applications would be available within the next 12 months. Now, Preckwinkle hopes to make the program a permanent fixture. Well structured, it is substantially transitioned into a permanent program in the years to come. Now, this particular program would serve only suburban residents of Cook County in Chicago. Chicago is instituting its own guaranteed income pilot program that will distribute $500 monthly payments to 5,000 participants who will be chosen through a lottery system. Now, the city will launch this lottery system for the program sometime this April, and applications can be submitted at chicago.gov/cashpilot. Again, I will also include a link down below in the description so that you can have easy access to go ahead and apply for this particular program. Again, guys, they are taking 5,000 participants in this program, which is going to receive $500 in monthly stimulus payments. Again, guys, this is definitely some good information right here. Now, it also says that to be eligible, applicants must live in Chicago and be 18 years old and have experienced economic hardship related to COVID-19 and also have a household income at or below 250% of the federal poverty level, which is around $55,575 for a family of 4. Again, guys, I will have that link down below in the description. Moving on, guys. Hey, we do have some good information right here in regards to gas prices. Georgia and Maryland are becoming the first states to actually suspend gas taxes in order to ease the pain at the pumps after the White House dropped plans to send out prepaid gas cards during the skyrocketing prices. Now, it says that Maryland and Georgia have temporarily suspended their gas tax as prices remain high, and the White House dropped a plan to send out some prepaid gas cards. Now, Maryland on Friday became the first state in the nation to suspend its gas tax. Republican Governor Larry Hogan signed legislation that waived the 36.1 cents per gallon tax gas and its 36.85 cents per gallon tax on diesel gas, effective immediately for the next 30 days. Now, also on Friday, Georgia's Republican Governor Brian Kemp also signed a similar bill that eliminates the state's roughly 29 cents per gallon gas tax through the end of May. So again, guys, if you live in one of these two states, it does mean that you could be getting less gas at the pumps than some of your other states nearby. But I want to remind you guys that actually in other states, Democrats are actually pushing to actually provide gas cards or gas checks to individuals and residents in its states. But on the flip side, you see a lot of Republicans that are actually moving towards removing the gas tax, or also referring to the gas tax holiday, in order to give individuals in their states some relief at the gas pumps. So we're seeing two different sides going on right now, with both sides are actually trying to reduce the price that Americans have to pay at the gas pumps, which I will say, whether you're on the Republican side or whether you're on the Democratic side, both sides are actually trying to do something in regards to reducing the prices that Americans have to pay at those gas pumps. So that is some good information. But we did hear from one of the sides of the parties, which is Democrats. Yes, right here. 3 House Democrats actually unveiled a plan to send out $100 in monthly gas checks to Americans, as well as to provide some relief from the rising gas prices. Now, it says that a group of House Democrats introduced a plan for monthly gas checks to families. It would provide $100 for singles earning below $75,000 per year, and it would also send $200 for couples making under $150,000 per year. It also faces long odds to become law because of the likely GOP opposition and support from the Democrats, which is what I just stated here previously. But 3 House Democrats introduced this bill last week to provide these monthly direct payments through the year of 2022, or at least while these gas prices remain exceptionally high for a majority of Americans. Representatives Mike Thompson of California, Lauren Underwood of Illinois, and John Larson of Connecticut unveiled this particular plan. It would provide $100 in monthly checks and $200 for couples for these gas prices. But Americans are feeling the impact at the pumps right now because of Vladimir Putin's illegal invasion on Ukraine. And right now, we must work together on common sense policy solutions to ease the financial burden that my constituents are feeling right now. But I just want to remind you guys, hey, these gas price increases are not only because of the war and the invasion on Ukraine. It is also because oil companies are really seeing an opportunity to raise the prices on the gas right now because of all the turmoil that is going on around America. But anyways, I just wanted to point that out because a lot of Democrats are really trying to say that this is all Vladimir Putin's fault because of these gas prices, but that is really not the case, guys. But anyways, continuing on with this article, the income thresholds are similar to those of the third and the final stimulus checks that were issued last year. Individual tax filers making under $75,000 per year, as well as couples making under $150,000 per year, would qualify for these $100 or either $200 gas checks. So again, guys, this is just another bill that was introduced by the House Democrats. Now, whether this will get enough traction to go ahead and head over to the Senate, hey, we just don't know yet, guys. But I will say there is enough on the Republican side that will stand in the way of this bill actually making it to the Senate. But anyways, guys, if it does, I will keep you guys posted as usual. And if you didn't hear from my last video that I talked about yesterday, there was also some $30 gas vouchers that were actually being issued right now. So you want to go ahead and check that video out as well. And then lastly but least, guys, hey, we do have right here a governor enacts tax cuts for New Mexico, which is going to affect some seniors, families, as well as some of the businesses in this particular state. Now, Governor Michelle Grissom today signed a House Bill 163 legislation that includes many of the governor's priorities that are intended to keep more money in the pockets of New Mexicans, including exempting Social Security income from taxation, as well as cutting the state's gross receipts tax rate for the first time in the last 40 years. Now, New Mexicans, like all Americans, are feeling the pressure of rising costs right now, said the Governor Grissom. Coupled with the state's robust current financial situation, there is no reason that we shouldn't be taking every action to cut costs for New Mexican seniors, as well as families and businesses. And today, she said, we are doing just that. Now, this bill eliminates taxation on Social Security, which is going to save New Mexico seniors over $84 million next year. The bill includes a cap for exemption eligibility of around $100,000 for single filers and $150,000 for married couples filing jointly. Now, in addition to that, guys, hey, this particular House Bill 163 also cuts the state's gross receipts tax rate by 1/8% starting July 1st this year, which is going to ramp up to 0.25% reduction on July the 1st of next year, saving New Mexico businesses and consumers nearly $200 million when fully implemented. So again, guys, hey, New Mexico is trying to do its part in trying to relieve the amount of money that individuals in the states, which is mostly referring to low-income families, they are trying to reduce the taxation rate for those individuals. Now, I will say those seniors is really going to see the brunt of this, which is a good thing because, like I said in this article, that seniors are going to be saving around $84 million by next year. So that is going to help a lot of our low-income families, as well as those individuals that are receiving Social Security, as well as that would probably include SSI, SSDI, VAs, as well as our railroad beneficiaries. So again, guys, this particular bill, House Bill 163, is now in the works of hopefully being passed into legislation. But anyways, guys, hey, if you live in New Mexico, you do want to look up this particular bill to find out more information to see exactly how you and your family can actually benefit from this particular bill. Again, this bill is called the House Bill 163. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.